Good afternoon, and welcome back to Field 1 here in Game 2 of our triple header at Palmasola Park. And it's an important standings game between the 2-5 Sarasota Loggerheads trying to snap a 5-game losing streak, currently sitting outside the horde of teams at 3-4. And that number at 3-4 includes the Longboat Key Snowbirds, who are the away team today. One little roster nugget: the Loggerheads have all their catchers are on visits right now, so joining the Loggerheads today is Lily Janesco of the Snowbirds, being a good teammate, which we love to see, and also just being a good we're all in this together pond rules person. That's a Hoppers reference if you've seen movies lately. So let's get into the starting lineup for the 3-4 Snowbirds, coached by Jersey Newteal. Kaya Booker, the left fielder, leads off. Abby DeWaters, the extra hitter, bats second, with Gracie Ciccarello, the shortstop, batting third. Reagan Wheatley's at first, hitting fourth. Batting fifth is Reese Green, the second baseman. Jada Holt, the third baseman, hits sixth. Madison Hunter, the right fielder's in the seventh spot. Gracie Anderson, the catcher's in the 8 hole. Kaya Cortez, the DP, bats ninth, and hitting 10th is Alice DeWaters, the center fielder. They're taking on the freshman last year for Oklahoma State out of Needville, Texas, Michaela Smith. Smith with a ERA of 7 on the summer, an 0-1 record. 8 innings, 8 hits, 8 runs, all earned, 8 walks, 7 strikeouts. And she opens up against one of her Oklahoma State teammates, Kaya Booker. A couple minutes late as we had to figure out the catcher situation, but all good to go here on Field 1. And a first pitch ball to Booker to start it off. Kaya Booker, the cowgirl, is 8 for 21, 381 average, 1 RBI, 2 doubles, 4 runs, a 409 OBP. As always, we want to hear from you, so hit me up on the Twitter, on the X, at Gray, G-R-A-Y, G-R-A-Y _ Robertson. Send me a message. We will read it on the air. Let us know where you're watching and who you're tuning in for. That's outside. 2-1 on Booker. Possible I just misspoke. The 2-0 on Booker from Smith is in there for a strike on the changeup. 2-1. Probably not the first time these two have faced off, Booker and Smith. Defensive alignment for the Loggerheads looks like this: Davis in left, Jan in center, Clark in right. Beldowitz at third. Vandernoth is at short. Cutnelli at second, George at first, Janesco behind the plate. Smith and Janesco looking to get on the same page. They might need a little bit of extra time. Payoff to Booker is grounded fair. Quick step on the bag by George for the first out. And that brings up Abby DeWaters, currently in the portal out of USF. DeWaters 6 for 14, 6 RBIs, 2 home runs, 3 doubles, 5 runs scored. A 500 on base percentage for Abby. Quickly 0-2. Snowbirds have the speaker today, so we'll hear all the sound effects. Full count. Bit of a toasty day here at Palmasola Field 1. Payoff from Smith is popped up just over my head. Ball 4. Nice walk drawn by DeWaters to put one aboard with one out for Gracie Ciccarello. Looking for a new home out of Eckerd. Ciccarello 2 for 18 with a 200 OBP. Snowbirds trying to bounce back after seeing their 3-game win streak snapped last time out. That one got away from Janesco. And a pass ball will put DeWaters on second. Yeah, Snowbirds were walked off by the Aquanauts. Checked down and said she did not go. Three and out. Four-pitch walk. Ciccarello heads to first. Now first and second one out for Reagan Wheatley. And out comes Danielle Watson-Moore to have a word with Michaela Smith. Wheatley, out of Tallahassee State, looking for a new home as well. 2 for 12 with an RBI, a double, 2 runs here this summer. We got a break. Let's check on Twitter at Gray_Robertson. Let me know where you're watching, where you're listening. We did get a late message in the last game, which I just saw minutes ago. So my apologies to Courtney Peak for tuning in as the Circus took down the Swashbucklers 1-6 over 6-1. And this is the week where things maybe get a little squirrely. Perhaps that'll be the case on field 2. Bottom of the first, Sea Cows and Slice scoreless over there. Slice undefeated so far this summer. And now Smith will face Wheatley. 2 on, 1 out, top of the first. Snowbirds have been one of the better pitching staffs in the league. Offense lacking a little bit. Just hitting 245 as a team, but looking to get something going early here. These two teams could not be more opposite. If you look at the overall season standings, Loggerheads are first in the league in batting average and 14th in ERA. Snowbirds are 11th in batting average and 3rd in ERA. That was in the dirt. Both runners move up. Two in scoring position, 2-1 count for Wheatley. I beg your pardon, Wheatley. It's become a rather taxing inning for Smith. After getting Booker to start, here's the payoff to Reagan Wheatley. On the ground towards short, the throw home, and there's the tag to get the force. Nice job by Vandernoth getting it down to Janesco, who applied the tag. Wheatley aboard on the fielder's choice, 2 down. And here is Reese Green in the portal out of North Florida. He's been an effective RBI producer all summer. Green hitting 400, 6 of 15, 4 RBIs, a double, 4 runs scored. 438 on base percentage. It's not a Snowbirds team that draws a lot of walks. That's nice. 1-1. Three and one. Ball 4. Base is loaded. Three walks in the inning for Michaela Smith, and that sets up Jada Holt in the portal out of Radford. 3 of 14 with an RBI, a home run, 5 runs here this summer, and a .313 on-base percentage. Trying to help the Snowbirds strike first. Smith trying to get out of it. Oh, 2. Popped up on the left side. Moving over to make the grab is Vandernoth, and that is a big-time missed chance for the Snowbirds. They leave them loaded, and Smith works around the 3 walks to keep it scoreless, going to the bottom of the first here on field 1. Bottom of the first, here's the starting lineup for the 2-5 Sarasota Loggerheads, trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. Morgan Volgraff, the DP, will lead things off. Volgraff is going to kick things off with Ava Davis, the left fielder, batting second. Morgan Clark, the right fielder, bats third. Carly George, the first baseman, is in the 4 spot. Lexi Beldowitz, third base in the 5 hole. Ava Vandernoth, the shortstop, is in the 6 hole with Alex Cutnelli, second base, batting 7th. Caroline Stanton, the extra hitters, in the 8 hole. Sophia Jin, the center fielders, in the 9 spot. And the catcher, playing her current team, except for this game, Lily Janesco, will be in the 10 hole. They're taking on the newest member of the Charlotte softball team, transferring over from Arkansas, Lexi King. King, an 0-1 record and a 4.34 ERA, 9 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 5 walks, and 12 strikeouts. And King will open up against Morgan Volgraff. Volgraff out of Fordham on the summer, 3 for 16 with 2 RBIs. That's 462 average, by the way. 5 runs scored, 1 double. She's walked once. And a first pitch ball to kick it off. Somebody is bumping music. I don't know where it is. It's not this field. I think it might be field 2. If not, the tennis courts are getting rowdy today. Three now. Maybe everyone is celebrating at the tennis courts that Serena's playing in Wimbledon next week. There's a strike, 3-1. And yes, I, as a big Wimbledon fan, will be providing scoreboard updates from the grounds next week. Won't do qualifying. Got to make the main draw to get updates over here. Payoff from King. Just missed inside. Ball 4. And Volgraff heads to first. Setting up Ava Davis. Here's the defense for the Loggerheads. Or I beg your pardon, for the Snowbirds. Booker's in left. Alice DeWaters in center. Hunter in right. Holt at third, Ciccarello at short, Green at second, Wheatley at first, Anderson behind the plate. And up comes the 2-hole, the left fielder, Ava Davis out of Houston Christian. First pitch foul. 2 for 8 this summer with 2 RBIs, 2 runs, a 333 OBP. Oh, 2 got her. Nice bounce back by King, 1 down. And up comes Morgan Clark looking for a new home. He's had a good summer. 6 of 13, 3 RBIs, a home run, 2 doubles, 7 runs. One and one. Good hold. Did not go. 2 and 1. Called strike 3. Dirty pitch from King on the inner half. Totally handcuffed Clark. And there's 2 away for Carly George. Player out of Dodge City. 4 for 9 with 4 RBIs, a home run, and 3 runs scored here this summer so far. George lifts that out to right. That's going to get down. Volgraf heads to third. They're on the corners with 2 outs after another hit for Carly George here this summer. And now you've got Lexi Beldowitz out of South Florida, another one looking for a new home, and I think she's going to find one very, very soon. She's been fantastic this summer. 12 of 21, 571 average, 7 RBIs, 2 homers, a double, 5 runs scored, a 640 on base percentage. On the ground to short, stopped. The throw to first is in time. And after all the traffic, we're still scoreless after 1 here on Field 1 between the Snowbirds and the Loggerheads. Back to the Snowbirds offense. 7-8-9 due up. Hunter, Anderson, and Cortez against Michaela Smith. Madison Hunter will start things off, looking for a new home out of Lubbock Christian. She'll take it low for ball one. Hunter is 2 for 13 with 3 runs scored here this summer. Does have a .353 on base percentage. Smith got out of a bases loaded walkathon in the first inning. Now she'll have to show off the PFP and does so appropriately. 1 down. And turns it over to Gracie Anderson out of Green Bay, beg your pardon, All Horizon League this past year. She's had a strong summer too. 7 of 18 for a .389 average, 4 RBIs, 4 doubles and a run, .476 on base percentage. Two one from Smith. Changeup called strike, 2-2. Got her. Strikeout for Smith. Her first of a day. 2 away here in the second. And in steps Notre Dame's Kaya Cortez. 3 for 12 with 2 RBIs, a home run, a double, 4 runs this summer. .357 OBP. She hit a tank out to deep center in the last game against the Aquanauts. .2-0 from Smith. That's been the most effective pitch today, that true change. Cortez bloops this. And ranging over to make the grab from short is Vandernuth for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Smith. We go to the bottom of the second. Scoreless on field 1. 6, 7, 8 for the Loggerheads. Vandernoth, Cutnelly, and Stanton against Lexi King. And we start with Fordham's Ava Vandernoth. 2 for 9 here this summer. Pair of singles. 300 OBP. And the first pitch from Lexi King is in their first strike, 0-1. Let's check and see if any tweets have come in at Gray_Robertson. It can be a DM, that works too. Looks like I got one. Nope. It was spam. On the ground, tough hop, but handled well at second base by Green, 1 down. Now Alex Cutnelly out of St. Mary's, first team all West Coast Conference this past year as a junior. 9 for 20, 450 average, 11 RBIs, tied for the team lead, 3 home runs, that is the team lead, a double and 7 runs. A 522 on base percentage for Cutnelly. Loggerheads hitting 404 as a team, but so far held in check by Lexi King. Over on the other field, top of the third, Slice up 1-0 on the Sea Cow. Slice trying to stay undefeated. Final unbeaten team in the FGCL this summer. Ooh, hard into the stands. Got some folks in attendance today. That is a moonshot foul. Another 1-2. Swing and a miss. Lexi King off to a fantastic start. Third strikeout already, and 2 out for Caroline Stanton, the Florida Gator. Recently announced as the reigning National Gatorade Player of the Year. And she has swung it very well to start her summer. 6 of 17, 353 average, 8 RBIs, couple home runs, couple doubles, and 8 runs scored. A lot of power, pull side for Stanton. 2-1 from King. Stanton sends that opposite way, foul. Here's the payoff. Stanton fouls it. And the swing and a miss ends the inning. Well, how about that from Lexi King? Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the second, and we're off to the third, tied up. One of the best ERAs, one of the best offenses battling it out. No score after 2 here on field 1. Ten 1-2 for the Snowbirds here in the third. DeWaters, Booker, and DeWaters. This is Alice leading things off. Also in the portal out of USF. Alice DeWaters, 3 for 16 with 2 runs here this summer. Oklahoma State's Michaela Smith back in the circle. Tricky first inning. Worked through the second inning quickly, facing the minimum. And this is Alice DeWaters in the air towards right center. On the run, making the grab is Clark for the first out. Great job by Clark getting a good read on it. Really well struck by DeWaters. And back to the top of the order with Kaya Booker, who grounded out her first time up. Bunts it foul. I like it. Now the 1-1 from Smith. Chop towards second, and that eats her up. That'll be an E4 on Cudnelli. One out base runner for the Snowbirds. And for Abby DeWaters, who walked earlier. Abby DeWaters, just like Alice, out of USF, just like Alice currently in the portal. That one slipped foul. Abby, a freshman last year. This will be pitch 50 for Smith. That was a nice pitch by Smith. Didn't get the call. Kind of thought DeWaters was close to going too, but no check down. 2-1. Hit and run, fouled away. Booker's got great speed. She can go at any point. Thought about it there. And that's strike 3. So a strikeout gets to Waters. 2 down for Ciccarello, who walked earlier. There goes Booker. The throw down won't be in time. Another stolen base for Kaya Booker, her 6th this summer. I can do a quick run through, but I'm going to guess that's in the lead. Her teammate Jada Holt also has 5. Now runner in scoring position for Ciccarello. Looking for her first RBI in the FGCL. That's in the dirt. Janesco throws down. Late. 2-0. Runner at third. Wheatley waits on deck. Ciccarello probably be take here on the 3-0 from Smith. Called strike. Throwback to third. Hit Booker. Snowbirds dugout giving their catcher Janesco, who's helping out the Loggerheads today, a little grief for hitting Kaya Booker. But honestly, lucky that didn't bounce away and allow her to come in to score. And now a 3-1 count. All right, little confusion on the count. It's a 3-1 to Ciccarello. Runner at third, 2 outs. And now the count goes full. That's in the dirt, and Ciccarello draws the walk. So they're on the corners, 2 outs for Reagan Wheatley, who's 0 for 1. Wheatley hit into a fielder's choice in the first. Snowbirds have threatened. They left the bases loaded in the first inning. Got to think Ciccarello is going to go to second at some point here. And Danielle Watson-Moore will come and have a word with Michaela Smith. Probably a couple things being discussed here. What to do on this first and third. We've already seen on this field a couple double steals work. That was for the Circus against the Swashbucklers. It's very hard to really execute first and third defense well when you're just a little over a week together. Wheatley lines that foul, 1-1. Smith has pitched a taxing 2 2/3. Her 1-2 to Wheatley is a little high. Ciccarello was dancing but stays 2-2. Two on, 2 out. The 2-2 to Wheatley is grounded up the middle, and Cutnelly will take it herself. Stepping on the bag to retire the side. 2 more left aboard by the Snowbirds, and Smith continues to pitch around danger. We go to the bottom of the third. Loggerheads offense will send up 9-10-1 when we come back. 9-10-1 for the Loggerheads. Jin, Janesco, and Volgraf. And Sophia Jin, the Stanford Cardinal, will start things off. She's been outstanding so far this summer. Good person to have to kick off the inning. Go over her numbers on the summer after this first pitch, which is bunted foul. Jen is hitting .500, 8 of 16, 4 RBIs, 2 doubles, 9 runs, 6 walks, a .636 on-base percentage. One and one. Lexi King still cooking in the circle. That's just out, 2 and 1. Touched foul, 2 and 2. Intrigue building over on field 2. Top of the 4th over there. Sea Cows and Slice tied up at 1. Slice, the final undefeated team in the FGCL. Already saw the 6-1 Swashbucklers lose today. So we're nearing the midpoint in the regular season. We'll hit that beginning of next week. It's bunted with 2 strikes, and Jen is going to reach. That was dirty from Sophia Jen. And bold, but well executed. And this is complicated for the Snowbirds dugout because Lily Janesco out of Western Michigan will hit here in the 10 spot against her current team and against one of her pitchers that she's caught a lot this summer. For the Snowbirds, Janesco here in the FGCL is 3 for 16 with an RBI. I think Jen is considering running as well. She's got 3 stolen bases here. There's a strike. 1-2 fouled away. Lexi King has held the top batting average in the FGCL in check. Just 2 hits so far. After the leadoff single by Jen. 1-2 to Janesco is booted by Ciccarello. It was a tough hop, but the error will put 2 on with nobody out. Ciccarello got down, and then it took a weird hop and got by her. And back to the top of the order with Morgan Volgraff, who walked earlier. This is in the air towards left, and that'll get down. All the way to the fence. Jen will round third and score, and the Loggerheads are on the board here in the third. RBI double by Morgan Volgraff to get the scoring started. And up comes Ava Davis. Davis struck out in the first inning. Lexi King now up against it. Nobody out in the frame. Off of King and through the middle. 1 run scores. Here comes a second. And the Loggerheads have put up a 3 spot with nobody out here in the third. A 2 RBI single by Ava Davis. And time called. Good job by Davis. King tried to block it, and then the ricochet still had some pace on it. And now King will face Morgan Clark, who's 0 for 1. She struck out earlier. And here's Clark. Loggerheads trying to truly bust this open. Fair ball down the third base line. Davis comes in to score. And it's 4-0 on the RBI single. Just right down the third base line. It was a tough play over there for Holt. Still nobody out for Carly George. And ball 1 to George, who singled to right her first time up. Loggerheads trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. And that's a hit by pitch. George will head to first. And it's just all gone wrong for the Snowbirds in the bottom of the third with Lexi Beldowitz, who's always capable of leaving the yard, stepping in. And let's see what the plan is here. They're, I think, going to have a runner for George. Somebody should probably go out there, though. Who's it going to be? And it'll be Sophie Mazzola going out to run. Still nobody out for Lexi Beldowitz. This is already a big inning, but it can get a lot bigger with her bat. Got a lot of power pieces coming up next for the Loggerheads. Ball one to Beldowitz. Beldowitz is 0 for 1. Grounded out back in the first inning. It was a situation with some people on base. The King is missing. Low arm side. Typically means her timing's a little off. There's a strike, 3-1. Three-two is fouled away. Another payoff, another foul ball. Ball four. Nice job by Beldowitz, staying patient, and they're loaded with nobody out. And I think that'll be the end of the day. Yes, that will be indeed the end of the day for Lexi King. We'll step aside for just a moment. Bases loaded, nobody out. Bottom of the third, Loggerheads up 4, looking for more here on field one. New pitcher in the ballgame for the Snowbirds is Julie Kelly out of South Carolina. A 2.55 ERA this summer, 1-1 record. 11 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 of those earned, 5 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Comes in for Lexi King, who went 2 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 of those earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, responsible for all 3 runners on base, 59 pitches, 36 strikes. And Ava Vandernoth out of Fordham is due up with the bases juiced, 4-0 Loggerheads. In this inning, it's been an RBI double by Morgan Volgraff, a 2 RBI single by Ava Davis, an RBI single by Morgan Clark, and then a hit by pitch and a walk loaded the bases. And here's the opportunity for Ava Vandernoth. Ball 1. Julie Kelly started her college career at Kentucky, transferred to South Carolina this past season. At this point, just looking for an out. Still none here in the inning. There has been 1 error, but beyond that, it's been walks and hits. Through the right side, there's another hit for the Loggerheads. 1 run as Mazzola holds at third, 5-0. RBI single for Vandernoth. Keeps him loaded. And here is Alex Cutnelli, 0 for 1. But a lot of power in that bat. Did strike out earlier against King. Now facing Kelly. Ooh, and that hits the runner in foul ground. Sophie Mazzola is okay, but that had to hurt. 0-1. I'm pro not getting hit by anything. That is where I stand. But Kelly's got to be at her best. Cutnelli, and then on deck is Stanton. So you've got, I mean, you just have to get outs at this point. Really doesn't matter how you're doing it. And you certainly can't leave it up against these hitters. 2 of the most prolific home run threats in the FGCL. The ball has not flown a lot in the early going, but when it has, Cutnelli and Stanton have been responsible for some of the furthest. This is heading out of play. Well, coming up next on this field, it'll be the Squeeze and the Skeeters. Squeeze quietly hanging around top part of the standings. Skeeters trying to bounce back from a loss to the Circus on Saturday. Interesting day, lots of movement. Early here on this Monday. We play today, tomorrow, Wednesday off, then Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Cutnelli's payoff is fouled off the foot. Everybody taking strays here in the third. Got her. Massive strikeout for Kelly. And finally an out here in the third. Which sends up Caroline Stanton, who struck out earlier. The Florida Gator. He's got a couple home runs, couple doubles, 8 RBIs here this summer. SEC on SEC. Stanton chases upstairs, 0-1. Seen Stanton adjust mid-AB to a couple changeups here this summer and rip them out of the yard. Both home runs have been off the change. Now down 0-2. One, two from Kelly. Called strike 3. Painted the inner half. Back-to-back Ks for out number 2. And now to the hitter who started it all. Sophia Jen singled and scored here in this third inning. That was a bunt. I would assume this time she's going to be looking to swing away, do a little bit more here with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Outfield is playing her pretty shallow. She does have a pair of doubles here this summer and 4 RBIs. This would be a pretty massive win, though, for Kelly. If she can get out of this. It was 5-0, bases loaded, nobody out. Two. Swing and a miss. How about that from Julie Kelly? 3 straight Ks to end the inning. It's still a 5 spot for the Loggerheads. And we go to the 4th. Snowbirds maybe got a little bit more energy on their side. We'll see if they can find a way to put something together against Michaela Smith when we return here at Field 1. After 3, Loggerheads lead 5-0 on the Snowbirds. Snowbirds no runs on no hits, 1 error, 5 left. Loggerheads 5 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and 5 left. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Snowbirds. Green, Holt, and Hunter against Michaela Smith. So far, Smith has danced out of danger. 3 innings, nothing but 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, 64 pitches, and 30 strikes. And we start with the Portling Reese Green. Walked earlier. Took that one for a ball. A little high. Green bloops that out to right, and on the run is Clark. 1 away for Jada Holt. Holt popped out with the bases loaded in the first inning. And now what's going on? And we're going to step aside for just a brief moment here on Field 1. All right, looks like we're good to go. Plate umpire getting a little hot today. Make sure he's taken care of, and they'll get the appropriate things down to him. 1-0 is high to Holt, 2-0. It is a toasty one out here, and there's nowhere to hide from the sun. 3-0 on Holt. Pulls it back, 3-1. Holt, ground ball to short. Handled, 2 down. Good stuff by Vandernoth over there today. And base is clear for Madison Hunter. She grounded out in the second inning. Touch low, 2-1. Ooh, dirty. 2-2. Do it again. I thought the exact pitch a little bit lower. Nope, came high and in. Full count. Payoff. Did she go? No. Ball 4. Hunter goes to first. And now Smith will have to face Gracie Anderson, who's 0 for 1. Anderson struck out in the second inning. As mentioned, Gracie Anderson out of Green Bay, freshman last year, was first team All Horizon League, hit .364 with 5 home runs. That's on the ground off the third baseman's glove. And that'll be the first hit of the ball game. To put 2 on, 2 out. And out comes Danielle Watson-Moore to have a word with Smith. After the conference, Kaya Cortez out of Notre Dame will try and pay off this inning. Just had the first hit of the day off Smith. Infield single by Anderson. Now you've got Cortez, who's got a lot of pop. She popped up in the second inning. She can change this thing on a dime. Ball 1. Cortez out to center and right to the waiting glove of Jin to retire the side. A couple more left on by the Snowbirds. They've left 7 through 4, and we go to the home half. 5-0 Loggerheads here on field 1. All right, new pitcher in the ball game as we journey to the bottom of the fourth, and it's Mackenzie Duncan out of Penn State, a 191 ERA, 2-0 record. 18 and a third innings pitched, 13 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 9 walks, 29 strikeouts, tops in the FGCL. And she's coming in to try and limit the Loggerheads. Kelly did a great job doing that in her inning of work. 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Bases loaded, nobody out for her, and she got 3 straight Ks to get out of a jam. Want to update, our home plate umpire is taking a minute because of the heat. So for now, and possibly for the rest of the game, the catchers will be calling balls and strikes. And due up for the Loggerheads is Janesco, Volgraf, and Davis. So everybody doing their best to make it work here in the bottom of the fourth. Update from field 2. Top 6 over there, Slice 6, Sea Cows 2. And here's Janesco, who reached on an error earlier. Came around to score. So we'll do our best to make sure everything is communicated. Gracie Anderson calling the balls and strikes behind the dish for the Snowbirds. It will be Janesco doing it behind the dish for the Loggerheads. Quickly 0-2. That's skied out of play. Oh, 2 from Duncan. Up and away, 1-2. Called strike 3. Nasty pitch by Duncan. Catching the inner half. And back to the top of the order with Volgraf, who's had a nice day. Walked in the first. And drove in a run on an RBI double. Came around to score as well in the 3rd inning. This is in the air towards center field. Well struck and gone. What a day for Volgraf. Solo homer in the fourth, and it's 6-0. How about that from Morgan Volgraf? Keeping it going for the Loggerheads. Her first home run of the summer. She's now got 2 RBIs today and 4 this summer. And it looks like we've got an umpire. So we'll take just a moment here on field 1. 6-0 Loggerheads, bottom 4. All right, back at it. Ava Davis swings and misses. 0-1. Davis today has been effective. 1 for 2 with a pair of RBIs, a run scored, a strikeout her first time up, but it was the 3rd inning. And the Loggerheads put up all those runs. This top batting average in the FGCL. Took them a minute. They were quiet through 2, but in the 3rd, a 5 spot. It's now the 0-2 for Duncan. Folder. Strikeout after the home run for out number 2. Setting up a battle with Morgan Smith. Or I beg your pardon, Morgan Clark. Morgan Smith is someone who played in the league like 6 years ago. Clark is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Strikeout and a run today. That one misses. 2-1. The movement is just so good from Duncan. And she's pounding the zone. She's thrown 18 pitches, 15 strikes. Good 2-2 hold. And a called strike 3. Nice bounce back by Duncan after giving up the home run. Pair of Ks to get us to the 5th. Loggerheads up 6-0 here on field 1. Sophie Mazzola is in to play first for the Loggerheads. And there's ball one to Alice DeWaters. It's 10-1-2, DeWaters, Booker, and DeWaters here in the fifth against Michaela Smith. Back to work. Just high, 3-0. Alice DeWaters had a nice piece of hitting her last time up, but it was caught in right field by Clark. Foul straight back. Full count. Now the payoff from Smith. Snared at third. The throw to first. Got past Mazzola. Man, Pellerwood's made a great stop, but the E5 on the throw will put DeWaters on for the top of the order. Kaya Booker is 0 for 2. Ground out and a reach on error today. Second error of the ball game just now by the Loggerheads. There's a strike. 3-1. Booker grounds out to second. The throw to second will get the lead runner. That was nifty by Cadnelli and Vandernoot to get the second, or I beg your pardon, the first out and get the lead runner. Now you've got Booker's speed on first, though, for Abby DeWaters. She's 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout looking. There goes Booker. The throw down is late, and Booker's safe. Her second stolen base today. Abby DeWaters trying to provide the necessary jolt for the Snowbirds. They've had 7 left on base through 4 innings. Just the one hit so far today, but a lot of people on the base paths, walks, errors, etc. This is grounded to second. One play for Cutnelly. 2 down. And Gracie Ciccarello will look to get the Snowbirds on the board. No official at bat today. She's walked twice. Ciccarello out of Eckerd, looking for a new home for 2027. Looking to drive in Booker from third. Wouldn't take much. Any kind of hit would do the job. As we near 2 hours on the air here on this field. Had a lot of stoppages, a lot of long innings, and some strikeouts by both pitching staffs, and this time it's Smith. Another runner stranded by the Snowbirds. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Loggerheads up 6-0. Bottom of the fifth, 4, 5, 6 due up for the Loggerheads. Mazzola, Beldowitz, and Vandernoth. Against Mackenzie Duncan. Second inning of work for her in the circle. Starting off with Sophie Mazzola out of Washington. 11 for 20 this summer with 4 RBIs, a double, 8 runs scored, a .583 on-base percentage for Mazzola, who came in for Carly George a few innings ago. Turns out that was not a temporary runner for the pitcher situation. That was a pinch runner and stay in the ballgame situation. Loggerheads could bring the run rule run to the plate if somebody can reach here in the fifth, but that's tough against Duncan, who's been really hard to hit this summer. Brings probably the most velocity of any pitcher in the league. Oddly enough, probably the 2 hardest throwers are both named Duncan. Hannah Duncan for the Slice and Mackenzie Duncan for the Snowbirds. Have not heard from any of you on Twitter. Would love to. At Gray_Robertson. I know the Mazzolas have tweeted before. Hit me up. Let me know where you're watching, listening, what the temperature is where you are, because it is hot here. Another foul ball. By the way, the Slice did win over on field 2, so they stay undefeated, 8-0. Sea Cows dropped to 2-6. So a little bit of a gap forming. Snowbirds 3-4, Loggerheads 2-5. Loggerheads have dropped 5 straight. Snowbirds started 0-3, won 3 in a row, and then got walked off by the Aquanauts last time out. Got her to chase. Nice job by Duncan, who continues to pour in the Ks. That's her 4th. All the outs have been strikeouts. 1 down here in the 5th for Lexi Beldowitz. Beldowitz grounded out in the 1st, walked in the 3rd. Beldowitz skies that out of play. Look out, cars. Oh my goodness. I couldn't see it, but I could tell by the ooze that that was close. One, two, buckled the knees, called strike 3. And Duncan is motoring right along. Two away for Ava Vandernoth, who's had a really good game. She's 1 for 2. With an RBI. This is grounded to second. It won't be a strikeout for Duncan, but it's another effective inning for the Penn State Nittany Lion. 1, 2, 3 in the 5th. We go to the 6th. Snowbirds looking to get on the board. Couple pitches and one out here in the sixth. 6-0 Loggerheads lead the Snowbirds. That was Reagan Wheatley who flew out. Now Reese Green takes it for ball one. Green is 0 for 1 today. A walk and a fly out on her card. And a new pitcher in the ball game for the Loggerheads is Carly George out of Dodge City. One, two is foul. Here is the summer so far for Carly George. So we're going through all the changes there. A 23.52 ERA, 8 1/3, 24 hits, 32 runs, 28 earned, 17 walks, and 7 strikeouts. 2-2. Line to first, catch made by the new first baseman Cutnelli. 2 down. So 2 gone for Jada Holt, who's popped out and grounded out today, and she'll take ball one. Final line for Smith. 5 innings of work, 1 hit, no runs, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts, 100 pitches, 48 strikes. Maybe not efficient, but certainly effective. Three and 0. That's outside, ball 4, and Holt is aboard. Now the question is, can the Snowbirds find a way to do something with these base runners? They've left 8 on. Here's Vela Mansfield getting her first at-bat of the day. Out of College of Central Florida, looking for a new home. Mansfield also looking for her first hit this summer. She has walked a couple times. On deck is Gracie Anderson and then Cortez. So power waiting if Mansfield can reach. She bunts that one foul. 2-2. And a called strike 3. So George ends the inning. Another runner left on by the Snowbirds, and the Loggerheads will look for 1 run of insurance, 2 runs to win it as we go to the bottom of the 6th here on field 1. To the bottom of the 6th, and the Loggerheads will face another new pitcher for the Snowbirds. This time it's a lefty, Riley Scholl from Louisiana Tech. This summer, a 6.46 ERA, 0-2 record, 8 2/3 innings, 10 hits, 8 runs, all earned, 8 walks and 7 strikeouts. Good couple innings for Duncan. 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, no walks, 5 Ks. And strike 1 on Alex Cutnelli, who's 0 for 2 today. Pair of strikeouts for Cutnelli. She's also left 3 on. This has been a pretty emotionally taxing game all the way around. Long, 2 hours and 17 minutes on the air. That is blooped and caught him, but dive at second. Jada Holt lays out to make the grab for out number 1. And now Grazia Mazzola will hit for the first time today. Six for 15 with 5 RBIs, a home run, 2 doubles, and 7 runs scored. There's a strike, 1-1. 1-2. Scholl trying to move efficiently here in the 6th. Make sure her team gets a chance to hit in the 7th. Mazzola to left field, and that'll get past Booker, who was playing a little in. 1-out double as the Loggerheads bring the game-ending run to the plate. Well struck by Mazzola. And up comes Sophia Jin, who's 1 for 2. Let's go through Jin's day. A single, a run scored, and a strikeout. That's in the dirt. Mazzola will hightail it to third. That almost hit Jin. 3-1. Ball 4. Game-ending run on base. And could it be Lily Janesco? Up in the air. Catch made by Holt. Mazzola will tag up and race for home and score. Jin takes second. It's 7-0, 2 outs, game-ending run in scoring position. And a quick defensive sub, Abby DeWaters will come in and catch. Anderson will tag out. First pitch ball. And now Jen tries for third, and she's out. We go to the seventh. 7-0 Loggerheads. Last chance for the Snowbirds after DeWaters checks in and throws Jen out at third. First pitch to Anderson is gloved at second, and she'll throw to first. For the out. So 1 down for Kaya Cortez, who's 0 for 2. Here in the top of the 7th. Cortez takes that opposite field. That's foul. 0 2. Loggerheads 2 outs away from a very impressive win. And it's just all paying off now. Right to Mazzola, 2 down. The worst ERA in the league is an out away from a shutout of the Snowbirds. A 1-hit shutout. Last chance is Alice DeWaters, who's 0 for 2. Fly out on a reach on error. Wind is picked up, blowing out, interestingly enough. Not typically the direction we get here at Palmasola. This is skied, and this should do it. Catch made at first, and that's the ball game. It's a one-hit combined shutout by Michaela Smith and Carly George. And the Loggerheads snap the losing streak 7-0 over the Snowbirds. With the win, the Snowbirds, or I beg your pardon, the Loggerheads moved to 3-5. The Snowbirds have that same record, 3-5. And that'll do it for my part of the gig here at Field 1. Coming up in just a few moments, probably a quick turnaround, it'll be the Squeeze and Skeeters right here at Field 1 to cap off the action. For everyone from the FGCL, I'm Gray Robertson saying so long. We'll see you next time here at Palmasola. More action tomorrow. We'll see you then.